Hi, this is Mark Sarazano from the International Piano Technician School, and this video is a simple, basic introduction to stability for beginners. I want to share with you a secret about the course page that only people who watch this video will know about. Watch to the end and find out what it is. So number one, how do you know if you have a stability problem? Very simple. You tune a note, and it doesn't have to be tuned to anything really. Just move the pin. And now you measure it. It's coming out about 16 cents, and then you hit it 3 times hard. Measure it again. It went down 7 cents. It was 16 cents sharp. Question is, how do we fix this? This is horrible, horrible stability. A beginner will go to the internet and ask questions, or they might ask questions from another technician. The instructions you'll get are, put your hammer at 12 o'clock, go sharp, and ease flat. So let's do that. I'll just try to get it close to 0. So there it is sharp. Now let's flatten it. And there we are within 1 cent. That's a good guideline. Just get it within 1 cent. We're about 0.5. And then you hit it hard 3 times. And it's gone down 1.5 cents. So here's the problem. I did exactly what I was told that I'm supposed to do. Go sharp and ease it flat, and it didn't work. And that is the end of instructions that people are given. So what can we do? So here's the secret that a lot of people don't realize. 2 things. When you're turning the pin, you are bending it and twisting it. The bending comes because you're applying the force above the tuning pin. This is the tuning pin. You're applying the force up here. When you try to turn it, it's going to bend the pin perpendicular to the direction of the hammer's handle. So if I try to push it this way, it's going to apply a force here in this direction. So when you're turning the pin, you are bending the pin or tilting the pin, causing this pin to bend in that direction. That's the first thing. The second thing, of course, is it's twisting. And then when you stop, the tuning pin is going to unbend and untwist. And you need to deal with that, because when the tuning pin unbends and untwists, it's going to change the tension in the non-speaking length, which is from the tuning pin to the V-bar. So that's the problem. The problem is when you let go of the hammer, the unbending and the untwisting changes the tension in the non-speaking length. Now, I don't want to get into a lot of technical explanation about what's going on, but to make it very, very simple that anybody can understand, I just tuned this and it went flat on a hard blow. What that means, in very simple terms, is the tension that was left in the non-speaking length was not enough to keep it from dropping. So in the How to Tune Pianos course called How to Get Superior Stability, first of all, you have to figure out what string has the problem and what direction. So in this case, the string is the one we're tuning, and the direction is flat. Once you know that, then you can finish this sentence. The string went sharp or flat because I left the non-speaking length tension too tight or too loose. Therefore, I need to retune this string and leave more or less tension in the non-speaking length. So for this particular case, we would say that this string went flat because I left the non-speaking length tension too loose. So I have to retune this string and leave more tension. The question, how do I leave more non-speaking length tension, is answered by following these 3 procedures in order. The first thing you're going to try is changing the hammer angle. The second thing you're going to try is massaging the pin on purpose. And the third thing would be to change the technique. And there's only 2 techniques, the twist technique and the massage technique. So this were just twistings. If changing the hammer angle didn't work, if massaging the pin on purpose didn't work, we would go to a massage technique instead of the twisting or turning technique that I'm using. So because we're twisting it, we can now change the hammer angle. And all we have to do is figure out how to change the hammer angle so that we can leave more non-speaking length tension. The answer is this or this. And what we were doing was lowering the pitch. So all we have to do is ask ourselves, which of these angles will leave more non-speaking length tension when I let go? Well, in order to leave more non-speaking length tension, the pin has to unbend up. In order for the pin to unbend up, it needs to be bending down while I'm tuning. Okay, think about that. What's happening during tuning is the pin is bending down when I'm doing the new angle. What happens after tuning? It unbends up. So in this case, if I was to put the hammer here, then what would happen is I would be pushing up on the hammer and I would be adding a force like this, so that the force on the pin is in this direction. It's actually bending it up. And then when I let go, the pin unbends down, leaving less non-speaking length tension. It dropped like 4 cents. But if I do the same thing, except at this angle now I'm going to bend it down, just turning now. There's other techniques. This is not the only technique that works. But for this particular technique, which is the turning of the pin only, sometimes called slow pull, now, as I was applying the force in this direction, it was causing the tuning pin to bend down in this direction during tuning. And then when I let go, it unbent up. So everything is the same as the first time I did it, except now there's a little bit more upbending, which should result in more non-speaking length tension, which would stop the string from going as flat. Let's try it. About 0.3. So this went down about 1 cent, maybe a little bit less. So it went down less than before. So changing the hammer angle, I can't get more. Like, this is the maximum down bending I'm going to get. So I'm going to go to the second one, which is to bend on purpose. How we do that is, again, it's the same technique exactly. We're going to go sharp, E's flat just by turning. But this time I'm going to add a little bit of down pressure because I want the pin to unbend up more than it was doing at this angle. And the only way to do that is to change at 12 o'clock. So a little bit of down bending while I'm turning. We're about 1 cent. We'd like to get closer, but this is good enough. 3 blows. It still went flat. If I wanted to stay with this technique, just do it, but now bend more or massage more while I'm turning. 0.4. -2. So this is not working, so we go to the third, which is changing the technique from just turning to massaging. This is how this works. Go sharp, E's flat, but this time by massage, by just gently pulling down. Now, the problem with this technique is beginners will always do it too much and sometimes will actually break the tuning pin. And I'm just using finger pressure. It's 0.3. And stable. So that's the method. It involves an understanding of the physics of the tuning pin, the friction at the bearing points, the non-speaking length tension, the bending and twisting and unbending and untwisting, and the sentence that you're supposed to say, and the procedure that you follow one after the other, and the feedback that you're going to get when you tune the piano and see if the string is stable. And I didn't talk about phase 1 and phase 2. So that's a lot of stuff that I just talked about. I have 25 lessons on this stuff. If you would like to have access to this course, you can click the link on this page. And today only, you're going to get a secret surprise. If you click the button which says $497 for this course, The PayPal will come up only charging you $97. That's only for today. That's a secret Easter egg only for people who watch to the end of this video.